What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about some types for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Now because of how Pokemon Sword and Shield is a brand new generation, we can expect a lot of brand new Pokemon to be shown, and the best parts about having a new generation is there's always the possibility to get brand new type combos. Now there's a bunch of Pokemon out there who have some really cool type combinations, but believe it or not, there's also a list of a whole bunch of type combinations that have just never been used. Now there's also some special type combos that are only used for legendary Pokemon, and so if you take a look at this image right here, you can see that there's a bunch of legendary Pokemon, and all of the types right here for these legendary Pokemon only apply to them for being legendaries. So like Terrakion is the only rock and fighting type Pokemon that we have, Volcanion is the only fire and water type Pokemon, Dialga is the only dragon and steel type Pokemon, and all of these Pokemon are legendaries. And so I would like to see some of these typings be used for Pokemon that aren't legendaries. It would be nice to see another ghost and dragon type Pokemon besides Giratina, for example, or another dragon and ice type Pokemon besides Kyurem, but I still think that this is pretty cool how we already have some of these types that are used, and there's also some special type combos that only apply to Mega Pokemon as well. Now some of these are already ones that we have as legendaries, but like Electric and Dragon, for example, only applies to Mega Ampharos. We don't have another Electric and Dragon type Pokemon at all, and I think the same applies for Altaria as well. Mega Altaria is the only Fairy and Dragon type Pokemon that we have, so those are some special type combos that only apply to Megas. But like I said earlier, there's also some type combinations that have just never been used before, not even in legendaries and not even in Megas. And so in this video, I want to go through every single unused type combination and kind of give you guys an idea of what type of Pokemon I'd like to see for them, and hopefully we decide to get some of these unused type combos in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Now before we get started, I do want to let you guys know that I am giving away a $20 eShop card on my Twitter, so go and follow me on my Twitter and head over to my Twitter if you want to have a chance to win that. I can't do any giveaways on YouTube anymore because as soon as I put the link out, YouTube just marks it as a scam or a spam, which isn't true because I still give the prize to whoever wins, but yeah, they just don't want me to have any type of giveaway on YouTube, so it looks like from now on, I'm pretty much just going to have to do all my giveaways on Twitter, so go and follow me on Twitter if you want to have a chance to win those. But now back to the video, there's 25 unused type combinations that have never been seen before on a Pokemon, and so let's go through all of those and give you guys an idea of what I want the Pokemon to look like. Now this first type combination is actually really unique and I would love to see it on a Pokemon, and that's if it was a normal and ghost type Pokemon. So I think having a normal and ghost type Pokemon would just be so cool because normal type Pokemon are weak to fighting types, but fighting types don't affect ghost type Pokemon at all, so it would just take out that entire weakness, and I think the only weakness that it would have is just dark and ghost, so it would just be a very cool type combo to have. Now the next type is normal and poison, so the first couple of these are just normal types with other types that we haven't seen before, but I still think that having normal and poison would be pretty cool. I mean, fighting would just do neutral damage to it because it's part poison and also part normal, but I think that having a cool design like this would be pretty nice to have. Now the next type is bug and normal, and I really do like this concept art because you can see that the top of it looks like a bug, but then the bottom of it looks like a mammal, which kind of makes sense for the normal type. And I also forgot to mention that if you like any of the concept art that you see right here in the video, definitely be sure to go and check it out in the description because all of it is going to be linked there. Now the next type combo is normal and ice, and I really think that this concept art does a very good job because it's a normal type Pokemon from just it being a generic rabbit, but then it's also an ice type from the icy shards that are in the back, so I really do like this concept art. Now this bear represents the next type combo, which is normal and rock, so it would also be pretty cool to see this, even though that fighting would completely destroy it. I'd like to see a normal and rock type Pokemon. Now another type combo that fighting would completely destroy is normal and steel type Pokemon, but I would like to see that as well, and I really do like this concept art with the sheep, because the sheep is just a normal generic Pokemon with normal, but then it's also got this barbed wire and spiky type of stuff going around it, which would make it a steel type Pokemon, and I think it would be nice to see like a defensive type Pokemon, and then it would also probably have like iron barbs or something like that as its ability. It would be a pretty cool Pokemon to have. Now the next type combo that we have here is grass and fire, and I would love to see a grass and fire type Pokemon because they're kind of like indirect opposites of each other. It's like when we got Volcanion when it was a fire and water type Pokemon. That was just so cool to see, and I would love to see a grass and fire type Pokemon, and I do like this concept art right here where you can see it's like a grass bunny, but it's also got like a fiery tail. Now even though we already do have like a bunny with the starter, I still think that it would be nice to see just some type of grass and fire type Pokemon. I was thinking sort of like a hot chili type of Pokemon where it's like a plant because it's a vegetable, but then it's also like fiery because it's spicy. Something like that would be pretty nice to see, but I do like this concept art with the bunny. Now ice and fire would also be a really cool type combo to see, and I think that this penguin does a good job at demonstrating that because you can see the fiery stuff on his shoulders, but it's also a penguin which lives in ice, so I feel like it would be really cool to see that. Even though rock type would completely destroy this Pokemon, I think fire and ice would just be a really cool combo to see. Fairy and Fire is also another never before seen type combo, and this concept art does a good job of showing that. It kind of reminds you of Rapidash because it's a horse with fire on it, but it also has like that Pegasus vibe because it has wings, and I think that having a Fairy and Fire type Pokemon would be nice to see. Now this next type combo is what Zeraora should have been in my opinion, and that's an electric and fighting type Pokemon. I think it would be really cool to see a Pokemon like this because flying would be completely neutral to it because it's part electric and part fighting, but it would just be a pretty cool Pokemon to have. Now another type combo to have is electric and poison, and while ground would completely destroy this Pokemon, I still think that having this type combo would be really interesting. Like imagine having a Pokemon and being able to use like sludge bomb and toxic and thunder and all of that at the same time. It would be a very cool type combo to see. Now a lot of people mistake Luxray for being an electric and dark type Pokemon, but believe it or not, we actually don't have any Pokemon that is that type combination, so I would love to see a Pokemon like this right here, where it would be an electric and dark type Pokemon. This kind of reminds you of Electivire because it's got that plug tail, so it's definitely an electric type Pokemon, but then the expression on its face and also the black around it, it also makes it seem like it would also be a really cool dark type Pokemon, so an electric and dark type Pokemon would be a very cool type combination. Now the next type that we have here is an ice and poison type Pokemon, and I really love this concept art right here because it's like a poison dart frog with the bright colors, but it's also an icicle as well because you can see the spikes that are on it, so it would be nice to see a poison and ice type Pokemon. Now this next type combo would get destroyed by fire and rock, but it's still a type combo that has never before been done, and that's having an ice and bug type Pokemon. I do like this concept art right here, but I would love to see some type of other just really cool design with an ice and bug type Pokemon. Now the next type combo that we have is fighting and ground, but I don't really know what a Pokemon would look like if it was that type combo. I found this picture online and it seems like it would kind of work because it seems like the Pokemon would attack physically and be a fighting type Pokemon, and it's also brown so it matches the ground type, but I don't know what else a Pokemon would look like, but I still think that it would be nice to have just a type combo that we've never seen before. Fighting and Fairy is also another type combo that we don't have, and I think that something like this would be a pretty cool idea, like having a Fairy Pokemon but also using like physical moves like Drain Punch and other fighting type attacks. It would just be a cool Pokemon to have. Now the next type combo is Poison and Psychic, and this is a pretty cool type combo as well. The concept art that I have right here reminds me of Meowstic a little bit, but it also kind of reminds me of Meowth, and I think that just having something like this would be nice because it would be cool to see like a lot of special moves be used, like you could use Sludge Bomb and then Psychic and Psy Wave. There's a lot of potential for what a Pokemon like this could be like. Now this next type combo is also one that I would really love to see, and that's a poison and steel type combo, and the reasoning behind this is that steel types are immune to poison, so having poison and steel together in one Pokemon would just be really awesome. They would get destroyed by ground types, but they would have so many resistances. I would just love to see that in a Pokemon. Poison and Fairy is also another type combo that we don't have, and I really like this concept art for what I think a Pokemon like that could look like. I mean, you can see right here that it's got that whole cute design which makes sense for a Fairy type Pokemon, but then it's also got like that ring around it and it's got that purple stuff which would make sense for it being a poison type Pokemon. And for this Pokemon like specifically, they could make some sort of like story behind it where like maybe that ring has a whole bunch of poison or something. I would just like to see this type combo be used. Now out of all the concept arts that we have, this is probably one of my favorites for the type combo that isn't used, and that type combo is Ground and Fairy. We don't have any Ground and Fairy type Pokemon, and I think that this just does a really good job at demonstrating what a Ground and Fairy type Pokemon would look like, but yeah, we still need to see a type combo like that, so hopefully we get one in Pokemon Sword and Shield. The next type combo that we haven't seen before is Psychic and Bug, and I do like this concept art right here with like a really intelligent, smart Psychic and Bug type Pokemon, so hopefully Game Freak decides to give us something like that. Now earlier we did get a supposed leak for a Bug and Dragon type Pokemon, but that turned out to be fake, but we still haven't seen that type combo yet, so I would love to see a Bug and Dragon type Pokemon, and I do like this concept art right here for what I think a Pokemon like that could look like. I think that Flygon would have really made a lot of sense for a Bug and Dragon type Pokemon, but something like this would also be really cool. The next type combo is Bug and Dark, and I really like this concept art right here. I think that it matches the typing very well, so hopefully they decide to give us a Bug and Dark Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield. The next type combo is a Rock and Ghost type Pokemon, and I think that coming up with a Pokemon that matches this typing would be kind of hard. I mean, this concept art does kind of do a good job at doing that. You can see like it's got the rocks around it, but then it's also got like that spooky ghosty stuff coming out of it, but I don't know exactly what a Rock and Ghost type Pokemon would look like, but it's still also another type combo that we've never seen before. And finally, the last type combo that doesn't exist at all is a Dark and Fairy type Pokemon, and I think that this concept art does kind of do a good job at demonstrating that. It's got like that swirly fur around it which would give it like a Fairy type Pokemon vibe, but then it's also dark and it's also got like the evil expression, so it also makes sense for Dark type, but this is also another type combo that I hope to see in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And so there you go guys, that is every single type combo that has never before been used in Pokemon. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to click that like button, and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this. What are some of the type combos that haven't been used that you would love to see inside of Pokemon Sword and Shield? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Pokemon content in the future, so please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Xenoblade, so definitely be sure to join that. And remember to enter my giveaway, it's on my Twitter. Go and follow me there if you want to have a chance to win a $20 Nintendo eShop card. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.